Hello there. It's Eldor, or the Masterversal-Toyhunter here. Yes, I was standing at the great eye of the universe, and I thought, why not make my own custom figure, for better or worse? Come with me, and let's see what things we can make with our creativity. Ooh, well, don't just stand there. Come on down. And so, with our tools and materials gathered, what figure shall we make with a little magic? Let's see. A bit of this. A bit of that.
Look out, man.
And maybe some kick. Oh dear. And I think some of this will do the trick. Yes, sir. So, no matter if it's night or day, come rain or shine. I think it's a good day for some custom figure time. Indeed. All right. Hello there. Sorry, we're a bit late there. BR0-MAN had a bit of a worm in his apple there, you might say, causing a bit of a strife, no doubt. But alas, he finally made it. So all is not lost, as they say. All right. Yes. Welcome all back into the channel. There, it's Eldor, or the Masterversal-Toyhunter, and yes, I'm pleased you can all join me for this episode of Custom Figure Time, a live side of my normal shows that will be coming out, where I walk you through my various custom action figures and how I go about them. But I've set aside a live side, you might say, of that show to spotlight some other creatives in the community there. And so I'll introduce our esteemed guest tonight. But he's disappeared on me. Oh dear. You see, he's on his tablet there, by the sounds of things. We'll see if he comes back in. So while he's doing that, how about we say hello to the who's in the chat there. And first up, we had Ostradamus Toys. Yes, thank you for popping in there, my good sir. Sounds like you've been busy around the house there and so forth. So hope all that's been sorted out okay. And who we have next? My Buddy's Customs. Yes, another creative fellow there. Yes, give him a bit of a follow there. He sometimes posts up videos of how he does all his, goes about all his painting there and what have you. And following in suit, we have a cobweb collector. He came in. Good evening there, sir. And yes, we had Radical Toys, and he popped in shortly. He may have popped in again, but I see our guest has popped back in, so we'll announce him as Hebrew and the Masters of the Universe. Yes, good evening there, sir.
Ooh-wee, you call me Hebrew.
All right, you're firing on all thrusters, hopefully.
Hello, everyone. Ahoy, hoy.
So yes, I'm just going down saying hello, and we'll continue that. And here we've got Toy Mama, or Christina. She popped in there. Just hello, and she's got a bit of a live on, I think on a Monday it was, with Radical Toys. She won the Lady Slither figure, so she'll be doing an unboxing of that. I'm sure Adam's feeling rather jealous there. And,
hey,
yes, Carol, guys. Oh, yes, good evening. Good to have you in there. So she's popped in, and as we say, we're not rolling without the Nolan.
Hey, what's
Here we
going
go.
on?
Good evening there, Nolan, my good sir. Good to see you.
Thank you.
pop in there, or you might be doing a bit of a multitask there, watching several lives at once. I know what that's like. And yes, we've got everybody saying hello to each other there. And yes, Adam and Christina popped back in, so that's good to have them in there. All right. Yes, where on earth are you from there?
I actually am originally from California and now reside in Las Vegas, California, or Las Vegas, Nevada. Excuse me.
Sorry, I was just turning up my hearing aid there.
Oh, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. Yes, I am from California originally, and I now reside in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, viva Las Vegas! What stays in happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, as they say.
Right.
But no doubt you have lots to share with us, so that's a good thing.
No, I don't share anything.
Oh.
Nah, absolutely not.
All right. Yeah. So you're in the Las Vegas there currently. I understand you had a bit of a fiasco there one night. Is there something falling from the sky? I hear.
May have been a spaceship or two that fell, and 9 foot, 8 foot, 9 foot beings came out, but nobody's seen it since. So.
Oh, they probably up to the left there. They got a bit bored.
Yeah, we're used to it.
Well, perhaps they were headed for the old casinos and so forth, and took a wrong turn there.
Well, the what is it? Area 51 is out here, so we're used to it.
Oh,
it's no big deal. Right.
All right. So yes, when you were a young lad, what things did you get up to there? What hobbies or interests did you have, or what action figures were your favorite growing up with? What fond memories do you have with all those?
I'd have to say, sir, that I was Sid, that I was the kid that I didn't see the value in what I had, and I thought that I could always make it better, and I tore them down to build them up. So the only figure that I say that really stuck out with me during my childhood, two actually, Stretch Armstrong and the Shogun Warriors. I had a Raideen. And I had a Godzilla. Yes. Those were my favorite. But of course, I got on the hype train of Motu like everyone else. All the first series or first run I had the Battle Ram. I had all of the must-haves, the Castle, all the Skeletors.
So all the bells and whistles there?
Yeah. I that's one thing my parents did not skip when it came to the Masters of the Universe line, and I had all of that growing up. We had to put it in storage. Well, no, it actually had to go to my cousin's house, my uncle's house. And my cousin got mad at me and destroyed all of my stuff. He got to a marker to it and destroyed it all. I don't know why.
That's interesting. Yes, one of you likes to pull things apart and see the inner workings there, and one just likes to
I never did.
pull apart altogether.
No. Yeah, my master's was different. I never did destroy any of those. I really kept those in great condition.
Oh, good to hear,
but,
sir.
Yeah. And I don't know. I have been in the they're saying you're echoing.
Oh no, I believe it's the volume coming from your end, sir. Yes, sir. We're echoing. Marco, Polo.
Is that better?
It's all good. We'll manage, sir. You've had a few technical issues there.
We
Christina,
did, and I'm sorry. I'm not, folks. Excuse me for my tardiness. I am not tech savvy like that. I'm getting more familiarized with things, and I do want to apologize for everyone. But we are going to have a great show.
Indeed, no apologies needed there, sir. I know you've had a few issues that were going through your Apple there. So. Things happen, as they say.
Yes, sir.
And yes, sir, we've got our Thanos copter popping in there. Good evening, my good sir.
What's going on, buddy? I'm glad you're here.
He's another good creative fellow there. Takes action figure photography. Rather clever at that.
Right. Push that thumbs up when you come through, fellas and ladies. A like is free. But
so, aside from the unfortunate end of your master's figures, it sounds like you really love those and kept them in good order.
I did.
Perhaps your parents thought it best to put them in a box there and carve them off in case you got a bit of inventive with them, maybe.
You know, it just taught me in life certain circumstances happen. You aren't always able to control the narrative. I'm a little kid, so I had to roll with the punches. I had to sneak actually and play. I played until I was like 12 years old. So I have a very, very, my imagination is very, very strong. And I don't know, I just got into this about 12 years ago, maybe 13 years now. 13, yeah. And it wasn't.
And did you start collecting the new Master of the Universe line, or you stayed clear to maintain your own custom projects, I suppose?
The thing about that, sir, is I couldn't afford to be a collector. If that makes sense.
Especially on the old nose of money these days.
It is a money game. I can't do it. You know, I have 5 children, as everybody knows, and I have a wife. So the only thing that I could do is create my own stuff. And you taught us better than anybody, your own stuff can be comparable to or better than the big companies. With the
indeed, because when I was a young lad, I didn't have much myself, you see. So while all the other kids around the block had all the Dino Riders and Masters and Transformers, what had you? Although I had a few pieces, mind you, but yes, most of the time I was using my imagination as you had, and making my own things up out of cardboard there. But my grandfather, God rest his soul now, he used to keep a little bit of cardboard there for me, so I could create things and so forth.
I want to say to you that you are an amazing artist. The Skeletor bust that you created, the 1-for-1 scale, amazing. Like, we just basically our energies, the artists' energies bounce off of one another, especially in this community. Got the greatest community that, you know, just to be able to find all the people that are in this chat. I know we're bouncing back and forth to lives, but we're all the same folks. And I just want to give it up to you, Eldor, for being able to make such amazing pieces and be comparable to the actual studio piece. Like that gives me. I'm never gonna be able to do what you do. There's never.
Oh,
I don't
you're
look
doing
at.
you're doing splendid there, sir. Don't say yourself short.
Right. Right. But with me, I'm not a competition type guy. I'm a hope you like it, here it is type guy. Where the only person that I'm in competition I would think would be with myself because I try to outdo what I just did.
But
I don't
our
look at
worst critics sometimes. Indeed.
Yes,
But then
sir, most
we're also
definitely.
our greatest challenge to ourselves. Also.
Absolutely. But I just try to create the 1/12 genre, or that's basically what I've chosen to be in. I think that it's a good place for me to be. Everybody digs this one. This is one of their favorites.
It's a wonderful Tricops there, but before we look there, we welcome Mojo Jones into the show. Yeah, good evening there, my good sir. Just having a
We're
good
good,
evening there
man.
so far.
We're just here chilling.
Keeping ourselves busy.
Absolutely. Enjoying
There he
toys,
is.
doing what we do
Tricops. Now
best.
see, that's rather fantastic there, sir.
It's a little something I did.
But yes, you can be surprised at what you can make with the lowest costing items. See, you can use toilet paper mache or newspaper mache and put polystyrene here and there and whatever you can find for cheap.
Oh, okay, because for a second your mic was going a little batty.
Oh, was it? Were we crumbling there?
A little bit, but we're back to it.
Oh, we'll muddle through.
This one is Triclops before the mask, so he's blind still, but it's before the mask. I have a before and after line that I have some figures that it tells the story of who they were before. Hello there, Mr. Hootie Dean.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Hootie Dean, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Indeed, it's quite a stunning piece you have there, sir.
Thank you. And I've chosen to go with, I don't know if you can see that. These are those old Skylander that I'm going to be putting all of my figures on to make better stands. That's just going to be a Bro-Man thing, unless it catches.
So what figure did you use as a base there, sir?
I don't know if you all remember the Skylander series or the video games, but it's I wasn't really into it. I just saw those bases and seen the texture and was like, that would be awesome to have as a base. And that's what I did.
Or maybe the figure itself. What was the base figure you used?
The M35 Fison or TBLE or TB League figure, the Arnold M35, the big boy. But not all of them.
So I understand that you source various bits and pieces there to create the various looks of your figures there.
I do.
Your armors and what have you.
I do. To make the armor. Transformers are based just the best for. I don't want to upset Transformer people, Transformer collectors. I don't. I go to the thrift store to buy them, and they're a lot of times they're not in the best condition anyway. So I just take from that and go from there. But if I can make it, I'll make it. McFarland stuff I make. I always source my things Hold on. You're saying a YouTube tab might be open.
Yeah, sometimes I understand that the YouTube tab is also open that can give the old echo there.
Let's see. Is it me then? I'm trying to see if it's me.
Yes, it will be you, sir.
Let's see. Because if I leave, I'm gone.
But no, we won't worry about it. We'll just muddle through.
Okay. All right. One moment. I have a figure back here, but it is back here. That.
Oh, hang on. I'll see if it's my end. Might be my end, sir.
And we're back.
I'll try and reset my hearing aid there. See if that helps.
One, two, 1, 2. In the place to be. Can everybody hear? Let's have a 1 if everyone can hear us in the stream.
All right, I can hear you now.
Okay.
We'll just run with this. Not to worry.
No worries.
All right. So who do we have here?
This is my rendition of Keldor.
Oh, yes.
It is I used a Dennis Rodman body for this.
Oh,
so
right.
If you could see.
You got some real chains there, I see. It adds a nice bit of detail to the look.
Yes, sir.
And tell us what other parts you used in this fellow.
This would be Transformers. These are old earrings. More Transformers. Old purse. You know.
Oh, yes, you get the cut the leather off the purses there. And what have you?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
These little skulls are metal, and they were from. My wife had some shoes that had some metal in it, or some skulls in them. Some more Transformers.
Oh,
and then this is the metal sword for the letter openers.
Oh, right, the scaled down series. Yeah.
Yes.
Replica.
Yes. And Jamie Foxx's head.
Oh, right, yes, sir. Also, you can, if you've got any second-hand stores around nearby, you can buy belts and things and old purses there. And
Vegas
those
has
up.
the best. That's the best. Like, you can go anywhere and get good stuff for a little bit of nothing. To make,
sometimes you can walk out with quite a big bundle of things there for about $5 and so forth.
Yeah, absolutely. I can, for $30, I can get a lot. Because it's by weight. A lot of the one that I go to is by weight, so I can get old toys. I take those toys, chop them, break them up, and then make armor, make something new.
Yes, I understand you can get a lot of these cheap Transformer figures now. They have quite a lot of good parts so you can pull off them and add on there.
Right. And then this is another one of those stands.
Oh, yes? Hang on a sec, I'll just blow you up there, sir. Not literally, of course. Oh, yes. Yes, sir. The bases do give a nice addition to the overall look there.
Yes, and I put for his a bone. I'm gonna put something else to fasten them, but there's some of the Skeletor ones they have bones in the back that will secure them and be a precursor to the curse that is about to befall him.
Ooh. So, when you were a lad going through school there, did you do in the art classes there, or doing the arts and crafts at the school and so forth?
Yes, I was an artist growing up. I didn't do the. I just didn't follow through with it though. And that's the problem. Like I should have followed through with it. I think I would have gotten a lot further. I believe because I've always had. Thanks, man. Thank you. I've always loved art. I've always had to do something that had to do with art to make, something from something else. And I did hair for 20 years, so a lot of people don't know that. I'm actually a hairstylist, I used to be a licensed hairstylist.
So that will come in handy when you're working on the hair portions of your figures, no doubt.
I think so. I think that I have. I can look at hair and see what what hairstyles would go with these guys, and I do deal with the Tibetan lamb's wool. That's my favorite hair to work with the scaled action figures.
Yes, I know many people that are doing the old custom figures or dolls there. They use the wool there and they brush it out to separate the strands, and you can part them into little bunches there, little locks of hair, and then add them on whichever method suits you best.
Mm-hmm. Right. So.
So tell us how you got into the old hairstyling there, sir.
Young, I was a young guy. I was Warren Beatty in shampoo, basically. If you've seen that, you know what I'm saying. Like I wanted to. I always liked being around women. Loved it. And I decided that I would be in a situation where I can go and have a job that I get paid to be around women.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. And I went to school and then worked. But I basically did men's cuts as well. There wasn't anything I really couldn't do because I made sure that I trained to make sure that I could work on everybody that came through the door. So
yes, sir. My sister in her youth, she started to be a hairdresser too. She went to the old uni there and doing all the old training. Sometimes she would even have me as a bit of a guinea pig there. And she put one time she had the old dreaded streaking cap on me there. It was felt like she was pulling each individual hair through the wee holes there to try her dye and changing my hair colour there. Yes, I was a bit of a radical there in my youth. But I was crying by the end of it. Yes, my head was literally on fire there, you might say.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
We grow up though. We all grew up. Thank you there. We all grow up. We never know where we're gonna be or how this journey is where this is gonna take us in life. No way would I have ever thought I'd ever be doing this.
But
no way.
probably a good skill to have there, I guess. And it obviously serves you well with your custom figures there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I enjoy doing this. You know, it's like it's fun. I enjoy being able to share with people what I've done, to be on other folks' platforms, to, you know, they get a sneak peek in my world and what I'm doing and how things are going. Because otherwise I'm not that exciting. There's nothing exciting about me.
Oh,
Nothing.
there's plenty exciting about you there, sir.
I'm sorry.
Oh, there's plenty exciting about you there, sir.
No, I'm a regular person. I just do something that not a lot of people do, and they like it. So I'm humble. I try to stay humble.
Oh,
you know,
yes.
Because I just thank the Lord to be able to, the use of my hands. Because there's a lot of people that, they struggle with their dexterity, and we just want to be able to continue to do what makes us happy for as long as we can for the win.
Well, of course, you were made in his image there, and of course, part of that was how he likes to create things, and indeed, a lot of that is molded into us there, you might say. And in turn, we create and do all sorts of wonderful things.
Well, it's in me deep because, Elder, I have about 60 of these figures. I've done figures, I've done play sets, I've done vehicles, I've done animals. So when I tell you, brother, I am constantly working. I'm constantly working. I'm in my place of my garage, and I'm always working.
Speaking of playsets, is your Castle Grayskull there?
Yes.
Ooh.
And I'm still working on it. I'm still working on the inside of it.
Well, I am too, sir. I'm busy and late, but you've made more progress than I have. That must be for sure.
and that is from my daughter's old dollhouse.
Oh, yes?
Yeah. So, and this was the first place that I ever did. I didn't know what direction to go, how I was going to do it, what I was going to do. I was just guided by the voice. And I know you know what that is.
Whatever comes into your head there, yes. A lot of us do that also.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you might have a plan there, but sometimes things deviate a little, and you end up doing something different.
I don't write anything down. I don't sketch anything out. I just do it. And sometimes it's the voice. It's what's driving you to do what you're doing.
I see you've got a bit of defense there in the sorcerer's chambers.
I do. I do. And there's a big anti-aircraft spaceship. The missile-to-air defense.
The big laser cannon there, I see.
Right.
One of the Transformer fellows, maybe.
It's actually a cannon I always see it. They always have this thing. And I just grab it, and I have about 3 or 4 of those. But I'm always finding them at the thrift stores.
Yes, you've got the drawbridge there. It looks like it has a nice redesign on the front.
I didn't have the original way that it actually looked with the shield, so I made it look like a molten piece of metal on the front. Now the front does have a hole in the key, where the key goes, where the eye is in that skull. It's a sideways skull with an eye. That is.
Oh yes, it's roughly there, is it?
Yes, sir.
Oh yes.
Was just trying to stay true to the lore I unfortunately, it doesn't unlock or lock. I seen a person who did a actual remote bridge, and I thought that was awesome. I would love to be able
Some
to
very clever
incorporate.
fellows out there.
Yeah, so if anybody knows anything, hit me up in the DMs on how that I could accomplish that, because I would love to be able to do that. Oh, most definitely.
Yes, make it your own.
Yeah. But this is my first one that I ever did that, and I'm working on some doozies. Like, I don't know if you've seen any of my reels. That's how I stay in touch with folks. I drop reels and just try to do as much reels as I can, but I'm on Instagram and I'm not putting it on anything else. I'm not putting it on TikTok. But my attention span
Yes,
is longer.
it can be a bit stressful when you're posting onto multiple platforms there and so forth. It's a bit tiring.
Right, when you're one person.
I'm rather jealous of your big workspace that you have there.
You know, and I don't, sir. I'm in my garage. I'm shutting in myself. Like, I'm being surrounded by things now. That's how, because this is in the garage. I have an Eternian Palace I'm working on. That's in the garage. And then I did a Snake Mountain. That's in the garage. So this is the smallest one, and this was like 4 foot tall.
Yes, where I am currently, you see, I don't have as much space as I used to. So that's why I'm jealous of your garage there.
I seen yesterday live on Toy Frenzy. Big up to Toy Frenzy too. Like, you guys. I love everybody that's on just the support that I've always been given by all of you. And it's called.
It's a pleasure, sir. Honored to know you and share your wonderful work here.
Yes, but it's Stunt Puppet Productions, I believe they're called, and they have a barn.
Yes.
And that
so they've been doing all the stop motion animation from Motu Tuesday and so forth. And he's looking to go into more grander projects there, maybe to do his own film by the sounds of things.
That'd be awesome. I hope the best for them. I hope that they can achieve that. I would love to do stop motion on my work, on my stuff. My son, he has been asking. So I think I might go ahead and let him, because a lot of these figures, especially the M35, would be really good for stop motion. So hopefully we'll see.
Yes, generally the figures that have the most articulation and also enough spare hands. I know a lot of people they complain about too many hands in their action figures, but you can get various stages of movement if you get into the old stop motion there.
This is, I believe, one of my favorites.
Let's bring you up there, sir. Oh, yes.
My trap jaw.
Whoa. He's looking dangerous indeed.
And then he's got different weapons. That he can snap off. So here's his shotgun. And here's his claw.
Oh yes. So you got the swap out gimmick going there.
This is, I believe, six. Well, it would be 6'11" if he was real. So, about 13 inches. It's about a 13-inch figure. But this isn't my tallest figure either. It's and this is his feet, if you can see. Also, he's got sound. I don't know if you can hear. Yeah, it's very low. I have to change the batteries, but it does have sound to it as well.
Oh, yes, it's a good addition.
This is his jaw.
Oh, his jaw comes off.
Yes.
Oh. You're looking
with
sharp.
slobber on there. Yeah, there's slobber in it. And then, if you look closely, trying to get out of the way. He's like the berserker soldier that they send out.
They keep taking the damage there, but they keep going also.
Right.
A lot like your old ancient Vikings there. I've been catching up on some of your Earth TV shows. And I was watching the Vikings there. So some of these fellas are still fighting it with arrows sticking out and what have you.
Right. Very. Oh, and then this is the back. If you can see the back of, he's got exhaust ports coming out.
You got cables coming out of him and so forth.
Yeah, he's really messed up.
Yes, I like the post-apocalyptic aesthetic that you bring out in your customs there.
Thank you. I've been told that I wasn't really shooting to be like anything. I just knew I didn't want to be like Filmation. I wanted it to be an adult situated. I knew that. I knew I didn't want to be in G.I. Joe. No one ever got shot. The movie they were.
Of course, yes. And the way things were back then with all the children and so forth. They had to make sure that things were a bit too scary for them.
Right. And I have one more here. Speaking of hair, this is my version of Beastman. What I would.
Oh yeah.
And this figure is at least 14, 15 inches. This is the Shaquille O'Neal body.
Oh, yes, the beastie face there.
I'm trying to show the horn because he has a horn coming out the back of his head.
Oh, yes, I see it. Yes.
So his hands are kind of lizard-like, almost. He's basically all the beasts and creatures that.
Yes, I was going to say.
Right, would you would see, but he's basically all of them, and this armor was orc armor. I was lucky enough to find orc armor.
Ah, yes.
Okay. Also on one of those stands. And those boots are the comedian from the Watchmen.
Oh, all right. Yes, sir. I like the idea of how you got basically all the animals joined into one there, because indeed, as we know, Beastman controls all the animals there.
Mm-hmm. That is a werewolf or a lycanthrope head sculpt that I got from a guy in Russia who
Oh yes.
I really miss this guy. He's amazing. It begins with a K, his name.
Oh,
Um, but when, things got weird in the world, they
indeed. Yes,
decided
I've
that
been
he
following all
couldn't
that.
sell me
Mm,
things anymore. Right.
mm.
But I do miss him.
Yes, I've seen a lot of creative people in Russia there in the cosplay scene. They do some of them do a lot of fabulous creative design work there and so forth. And yes, I met a friend in Ukraine there. She makes soft toy animals, and you can pose their arms around, and she sculpts the faces, of course, and a bit of epoxy, I think. And then she somehow sews that into the soft toy of the animal. And she has a bit of a
Mm.
armature that she sews and stuffs the fabric around, so you can bend around and do all sorts of things there. But yes,
Mm-hmm.
she had a bit of a struggle there when the old attack wave came in there, so they had to move out for a brief period of time. But yes, it's been a struggle over there indeed. Mm.
Mm-hmm. But I have just basically, Eldor, been working, trying to get um like you, eventually getting um more people to see what I've been up to, what I've been doing,
Mm.
um and just focused and just stay focused and working and learning new things. I would love to learn new things. That's just how it is. You always want to improve on what you already know. And I've learned a lot. I do all of the um basically I do all of the soft goods, I guess you'd call them, like the leather work and stuff.
Yes, that's great. So good.
Uh, that that didn't happen until I decided I was just going to do it. I said I can't afford it. Anytime I said I can't afford it, so I have to do it, and then I did it.
You see, one
And
thing I played around with, of course, with that skeletal bust, was giving him a sort of a tight skin, dried up look. And I used toilet paper there for that. Just a paper mache, the old PVA glue, and had the brush there and a little glass of water, because, of course, the toilet paper being so fine, it sticks to the glue of the brush. So I use this little, of course, I apply the glue on first over the surface, and then just would lay down the toilet paper over top, and then the water there I find helps the brush to dab or glide over without tearing up the toilet paper too much. And eventually, when that dries, it all wrinkles up and gives you that sort of a dried up zombie skin look, you might say.
hmm and I seen that, man. Um there's so many different practical things that you can do, and we all can bounce off of each other and learn from each other. I have no problem um trying to explain certain things. Uh, I'm not that great at it. Hey, what's going on? Figuratively speaking, is in the
Good
house.
evening there, John, sir. Happy you could join us.
Just talking toys, man, as usual. But we all have things that we can pass on someone else that they can learn. We're doing this for the love of being creatives And I know that I'm
don't use up all your toilet paper there. Your wife will be like, "Now, where's all the toilet paper gone?"
Right. No, I'm good on that, man. I wouldn't. I just but I've seen certain things that you can do with toilet paper. Just every day I'm on looking at stuff, learning how to make waterfalls out of silicone glue. Just all kinds of things. You just don't know what you may or may not need to do or work with. And that's the beautiful part about it. Like, we all can just learn from one another.
Have you heard of the thermoplastic there, sir? It's kind of
I
like
have
a little.
not.
It's like a bag of. You get in a bag of small pellets there, and you can heat them up in hot water there, or put them in a bit of an old metal bowl, perhaps. And you just gently come in with your paint stripper heat gun, just to heat those up in there. But you've got to be careful though. You don't blow it all out all over the place. But yes, once those are all nice and soft, you can apply them into a bit of a putty there, and you can make your water or rocks and all sorts, and you can colour it also if you buy a bit of oil paint there, and you just put a little bit into the thermoplastic, and you sort of knead it with your hands there. Might be a bit hot though, but be like a bit of a hot potato. But yes, you can colour it also.
Oh, I've heard myself plenty.
If you run it under cold water, there it sets hard again.
Right, I've burnt myself. I've demoed myself. Cut myself. I got a good cut right here. I don't know if you can see it. That just happened. Ooh. I really like when people say you put your blood, sweat, and tears into things.
Yes, indeed.
Can attest to that. I've stabbed myself in the hand. It happens. But I can't work.
I recall one time there, I was making you heard of Get Smart there, the secret agent. Yes, I was making his phone shoe for a bit of a play. That a few people were doing. So I was cutting the soles off to make the sole clip out there to make the phone piece. And then one thing led to another, and I slipped with the knife and went right into the palm of the hand there.
And one time I had on some polyester pants and didn't know that super glue and polyester don't mix.
Oh yeah, we
smoking basically my pants start smoking. So I had to get out of those pants. And it's glue, so you're gonna get glued to whatever it is, and it's gonna keep burning.
Oh yes.
So science. I didn't know I had to be good at science too.
Oh, you'd be running around with napalm stuck to you there by the sounds of it.
A little bit. It hurt. It definitely hurt. But I've just creating. It happens, but we move forward.
Indeed, it's part of the territory.
No big deal. No big deal at all, man. Like, I just appreciate the fact you let me on and you reached out. That was cool. Like, I'm always. I'm always willing to talk to you.
I your work there and you enjoy what you do. So yes, I wanted to get a bit more spotlight on your work there. So.
Thank you. I appreciate that because
also painful as well.
Right, we're only one person. I don't have a team of people. I don't go to a lot of these cons or anything. I would love to be able to showcase some of my stuff somewhere. I just don't know how to go about that.
Do you have any art galleries, local art galleries that might have an exhibition on, perhaps, for statues or other sculptures?
I'm not sure. I know that
paintings as well.
I don't paint, not anymore. But
No, I mean that they might have other people that display paintings in amongst statues or other sculptures that they've done.
I want to say that out here we have our first Friday in the art district. So I mean, I can try to figure it out. Like it wouldn't be too. I don't think it would be too hard to find out. But I know that Skelevator, he had a show in a gallery, and that's my inspiration to say he makes incredible play sets.
Well,
He did the
there's a lot of
Snake
hard
Mountain.
work, yes. But stunning. Indeed.
But it's time consuming. But that Snake Mountain of his is massive.
Oh, yes,
It's
it was
big.
a large one there.
And mine, I'd have to say, it's hard to even explain it because I'm 6'1" and it comes up to my shoulder. The
Ooh.
palace does because it's almost, it might be close to 6 feet.
Oh, yes, it sounds like a mountain indeed.
It's logistically I wouldn't know how to move it.
Oh.
It's that big. Like
that's always the catch, isn't it? You dream big, but then you got to have a way to move it out.
Right. So I mean, logistically, it's a task. But hopefully one day I'd be able to showcase it. Like I'm doing shoots or interior shots of the inside of it, and I'm moving towards trying to do motion and move little movies or whatever. I would love to be able to learn how to shoot movies and shoot my work in a more effective way to where people would really, really dig it. Like I'm small potatoes, but I'm trying to get to be McDonald's French fries eventually.
Yes, some people have all these different armatures set up that holds their cameras or phones and what have you. So then they get a good eye on what they're doing and so forth.
I have the eye for it. I just don't have the equipment. Close to it.
You usually get around with it somehow. I've got an old tripod there that I get a bit of duct tape and popsicle sticks out, like old MacGyver there. I do rig something together eventually. It does the trick though.
Even almost. It's about at least 5'6", 5'7". It's big. It's very big because it's not. It wasn't for 12-inch or Barbie dolls. I think it was for the dollhouse that I am using for that. I think it was for American Girl dolls.
Oh.
So
I don't recall that one.
American Girls are like maybe 14-inch or maybe bigger, but it's not small. And I had to get it because
gotta have enough headroom there. You're not bumping into things.
Mm-hmm. Right. But just love being able to be here and talk with you.
Imagine building a home before you graduate.
Ooh,
Yeah,
TV's on.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Oh, good. And so, do you have any other job works on the go there?
I just completed my Tank Man. I don't know if I sent you a picture of him.
Let's see here. Did you share him on the?
There he is. No. Yeah, no.
Is he further up there?
It's up. There he goes. No,
Oh,
no,
yes, I
that's
saw
not
this
it.
one.
I'm sorry.
No?
Yeah,
Oh,
that one I just did the other day. To all the way to the right. Yes.
so this one here.
Yes.
Oh, yes. So is this your take on Voltron, sir?
Yes.
In his tank mode, obviously.
Mm-hmm. And in the back, I don't believe I showed the back. He has jets, so he can fly as well.
Oh, fly about there, here.
Mm-hmm. Or at least hover. And then here I'm showing that I had to use I believe what they're the Nia. I forget what kind of magnet they are. The silver kind that are very strong.
Oh, the rare earth magnets there.
Yes, I had to
Yes.
pop one on the top of his head and put it in
Oh, yes, I see.
so that it wouldn't come off.
He's a magnetic personality, you might say.
Very much so.
Oh. So did you use tank parts in this one?
No. Actually, yes, I did use tank parts. I did. If you go up, you can see what I had just posted not too long ago about what I was showing about the interior shot of the castle. It's up a little bit more.
All right, I'll just say when there.
Up a little bit more. Right there to the right, in the middle. The one in the middle on the top, yeah.
Oh, yes, you've got all the lights going on there. Bit of a party. Oh, yes, I recall. You had, is this your King Randor and Queen Marlena?
Yes, Marlena.
Oh.
So I'm working to try to make more. There's her spacesuit.
Oh, yes.
In the background. There's
Which
Orko.
is known as Captain Glenn there, of course.
Mm-hmm. Randor drinking his mead.
Hey, what did you use in Queen Marlena's crown there? Is it a bit of jewelry, perhaps?
Costume jewelry.
Oh.
No, you get those old bags of costume jewelry. I just took something that I was able to I was just able to turn it. So,
all right.
And then this is hold on a second.
Oh, all good there, sir. Oh, yes. Wonderful stuff there indeed. Lovely lampshade detail there. Ooh.
Thank you.
I see you had a King Randor holding a miniature cup there.
A goblet, yes.
So where do you pick up these smaller pieces from?
It just depends. eBay mostly.
Oh, yes. You can pick up the old prop or two to put with your figures.
Yes.
Oh, yes. There's a bit of a periscope there. Keeping watch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I had to make sure that he had an army.
Oh, of course, yeah. You need to have the king's subjects around him there.
Mm-hmm.
Because Prince Adam, he's a bit lazy.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And I made the screens.
Oh, the computer screens
and,
there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, who's that fellow?
Yeah,
oh, yes,
so
you got on the upper level there, so that's that'd be Man at Arms' laboratory.
Right. That is the war room, I like to call it.
Oh, yes. Yes, I like how your monitors look all gridded up there. Looks like it's indicating all the movements from old Skeletor there.
In positions,
Oh,
going just of everything. It's everything. They can see everything in that. And it may be a little bit of magic, it may be a little bit of technology, but I try to incorporate that in here. And even with the interior decorating, I'm trying to figure out what to put in the back.
all right. Well, maybe a banner or two.
Mm-hmm.
How did you make the thrones there?
Those thrones were done in spray foam. The gaps,
right.
the ones that close the gaps up.
And so you just carved them into shape.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yes, I would have, especially Queen Marlena throne. I thought you might have got that from a toy or something, but you carved that all up out of the old spray foam there. I see.
Yes. And then with Marlena's, I did use a piece of plastic from a truck, an old truck. But everything else, and then there's bones in her throne. Then I have a spine in the back of it. All this, basically, the majority of the thrones always have a spine in the back of it to let you know, like it's an actual how the original Castle Grayskull has a spine in it.
Yes, on the back there. But sometimes I hang my laundry off it to dry the wind.
And I wanted to make and then put the bones or the skulls in them. I had to put the skulls in them to represent the all of this world. Eternia is basically based in skulls as a tribute to Castle Grayskull. So
yes, of course.
There's skulls in their thrones, even though they're in the palace. They do show homage to. Oh yeah, that's a before I had everything done.
Here we have them all. Are they still in the castle there, or this is before you put them in?
It's before I put the steps in. They're up above everything. I have a stand that the thrones are sitting on and steps.
Oh, yes, I see. Yeah.
But this is more in the daylight too, so you can see and then see the paint.
Oh, yes.
See, because it all took a lot of effort and time to do it. And then here, I don't know if you can see.
Did you make Queen Marlena's dress there?
No,
the clothes.
No, that's from a famous person, a famous doll from Mattel.
Oh, yes.
But I knew that the emerald was important, and I had to get that right. Him, not so much. It didn't really matter. I just wanted to make him look badass. Like Randor can go on the battlefield and fight as well. That's He-Man's dad, so he's got to be buff. He couldn't be a pencil neck geek. He had to be, as big as Arnold Schwarzenegger. Right. So he had to be, and in the armor, I had to make it as opulent as possible. So that armor is metal.
Is that just one of your?
They're all fashioned behind Man-at-Arms. They look like Man-at-Arms because Man-at-Arms is the original soldier.
Oh yes.
So that's why they all have the same coloring. I have the same coloring. They have the same outfits, boots, everything reminiscent of Man-at-Arms.
Oh yes. One interesting thing I've caught on to and watching these Viking TV shows. They don't follow. There's one king. He had a bit of an illness, I think. He kept falling unconscious, and and all his subjects are going, oh, we can't follow him, he's too weak, and so forth.
Not him.
Hard times back in those days, I think.
This Randor would be about 6'9", 6'10", about 270 pounds of muscle. So I doubt very seriously anyone would think that he was a weak man.
Oh no, of course.
But eventually I'll get a camera worth shooting with. This is off of my phone, so
I just use my phone too. Bit of a secret there.
Yeah.
But yes,
we'll get there. Right?
I do eventually my stop motions with the old cell phone also. There's a wee function there where you can pause at the video. So I quickly pause on, pause off there, like Mr. Miyagi. And yes, as long as the phone is, held stationary still, and keeping some parts of the figure in the same spot there helps to sell the illusion a bit. Yes, and that's how I do my stop motions there. But otherwise, I just use my cell phone to record all when I do my reviews there, and maybe some unboxings and so forth. But of course, I use my Great Eye of the Universe for doing my lives there.
Yeah, that's just what I've been up to lately with filming. Like, if you go up and keep going. I want to show the that one.
This one here?
No, to the right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so who do we have here? Oh, Skeletor.
Yeah.
Oh, here's some nice leather work there.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt from all the persons you cut up.
Actually, I go to I get leather remnants from Hobby Lobby.
Oh yes, the
Like,
old
I get
offcuts
them
there,
from-
maybe.
Mm-hmm. And then I just take that and then I paint whatever with spray paint. Mostly, I just spray paint the leather.
Oh yes. You see, on the leather parts I used on my Skeletor bust, it was a black cleather, and so I cut those little strips off another costume piece that I made that no longer used, and so I just dry brushed in the purple over the top there to keep some of the black showing through, to give a bit of a withering texture. In other words.
I put that on there just so that you'll know that it's one of my pieces. I thought, how can I differentiate myself, and and that was actually done for me. Someone actually did that logo for me.
Oh, nice.
His name is the Murph. He's a incredible musician. He's awesome. He's always been very supportive of what I'm trying to do.
Oh, that's good indeed, yes. It's always great to be in a community where we support each other.
Mm-hmm. I think so. We all just want to have positivity amongst ourselves. And
yes, because there's too much negative things out in the world that drags you down.
Right. So I stay positive. I stay focused on what we're doing. And there's right there the if you go down, just straight down from that one. Yep, in the middle. Up a little, and up one more.
Oh. I've got to hit myself there. Was this a battle cat?
I'm working on this Battle Cat for about a year now. I haven't had the proper parts, and I won't rush it. I think I put a little bit more
Of course, yeah.
icing on the cake, and there's still more. I changed it from this, and this was the other day, so it did get changed a little bit.
So
But
what did this start off as? Or did you sculpt the cat itself?
it started off as one of those statues that everybody's grandmother had in her living room,
Oh.
like the
Yes.
tiger. And then I just seen it and was like, I bet you one of my figures could fit on that. At the thrift store, went and bought it, and painted it green, and the rest is history.
Yes, old statues are another good one there of the animals and what have you.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
And I just did that by hand. I hand sculpted the mask.
Oh, yes, it looks rather impressive indeed. Oh.
That's the only part that I needed to hand sculpt. Everything else is Transformer stuff, except the saddle. The saddle itself is from Halloween. You know, Halloween, they have the little rubber stuff.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah.
It's got some big claws on there, like the CGI Battle Cat.
Yeah, those are from a Transformer. Gridlock, I believe.
Grimlock there. Oh, yes.
Grimlock, yes. It's Grimlock and a like a special edition one. It was expensive.
Oh. Yes, it turned out rather good indeed. And have you tried out any of your He-Man figures on that one that you've made there?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you, sir. We just muted there.
Okay, I'm going to mute my mic for a second.
Oh, good there. You sort that out. And I might show off some of your other pieces there. So, yes, I had my eye on, who was it told? Rio Blast, I believe it was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did that earlier. Trying to figure it out.
Yes, I like that one. So is he still one you're working on?
Always. I could see something wrong with it and then switch it. You know, like I could see it's missing a piece of armor and put more armor on him, or like in his arms, I switched out the guns, and I have guns that those are the same guns, but what I did was I attached them with the ball, like how Trapjaw has the attachment. I put those in his arm so that they would be in his arm, and wanted to make it more of a cybernetic, put more of a cybernetic feel to it. But I wanted him to be like War Machine.
Oh, yes. He was another well-armed fellow there.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I do what I can. And then I wanted Charlie to be the man. Like, who else would be a better Rio Blast than Charlie?
Well, this is back there. And just how about we welcome the Weekend Gamer into the channel there. Yes, good evening. And happy you can join us.
and I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
So
Real
I'm
Glass,
working
as we know, he was quite armed to the teeth there. You had in the vintage figure, you had guns flying out of his shins there, and out of his arms, and over his head, and even out of his chest there, I believe.
He did have this one has the ability to put one in his chest right in the middle.
Oh, with that switch out method you're using there.
Yes.
Oh yes. So I played around with ball joints using the old epoxy sculpt putty there. So I made a little bit of a ball shape on a form there to make a set of legs. And once that had set, I rubbed that into a bit of a base of more epoxy sculpt to make the little socket there from the ball joint to put into place there and rotate around and whatever.
Yeah, I've never worked with epoxy, the epoxy yet.
Oh,
I know.
this is it comes in various forms. There you have your Tamiya epoxy sculpt and your Milliput, and both of those are a two-part mix. So you got to cut off two equal pieces there, and you just you mix it together till you have one cohesive color, and then you've mixed it right. Then you roll it about, but make sure you wear your gloves there, your rubber gloves, because you don't want to touch that stuff on your skin. So yes,
that's what's going to be hard for me. I think that's why I've not worked with it yet, because I have to.
Yes, it is difficult to make, because you've got to use have a glass of water beside you, because the stuff can stick to your hands there, and having a bit of water there helps to move things about
to loosen
and so forth. But the Tamiya stuff, it sits a lot more softer, but whereas Milliput, it sits more like a stone, a rock hard finish rather. But you can add more onto it once it's set and so forth. It generally sticks to itself fine. So you might do a sculpt in layers there.
Yeah, I got this the main little centerpiece or the main little chest piece from like a Fisher Price Lex Luthor.
Oh yes, I can't pause it there. We've got the big arrow covering it all. Never mind.
Yeah, that part right there in the middle.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So Lex Luthor armor, did you say?
Yes.
Oh yes, I see how you got the guns flipping over his head there, just like the
from Transformers. Right, both from Transformers. The gray guns are from Transformers. Those ones on his forearm, I don't know where those are from. But more of the same, more, the Terminator hands and just various hoses from different places.
Oh yes.
Only one of those Gatling guns worked. The other one doesn't work anymore.
Now I see we have a track drawer again. Your before and after.
Yes. How he was before and how he ended up.
Oh, you see, he had a bit of he's seen a bit of action on the side here.
Right, and his flesh was more of rotting flesh on the left.
I see.
Where he was alive at one point. Now he's more machine than man.
He's more machine than man, twisted and evil.
Right. He's it's sad. He has the saddest story arc, I believe, of everyone on the. Even to me, more sad than Keldor.
Just wonderful there. I love the whole look you got going on with your customs.
Thank
And
you.
it's indeed your own creation and your own outlook on your creativity.
I try to keep it as genuine as possible.
Yes, unique to you, you might say.
I try to stay close to the lore as possible without
yes.
it being corny or filmation. Like I distance myself from the filmation only because if I wanted to see an actual Masters of the Universe movie, I would want it to be messed up. It would have to be really, really messed up. People would die. It would be messed up.
Oh yes, indeed.
How evil is Skeletor?
All the guns
Skeletor is
blazing
evil.
and swords clashing.
Say again?
Yes, indeed, with all the guns. Oh, we're buzzing there.
I don't know. I don't know if they would. They'd probably be curse words in Eternian.
No doubt.
But they, I wouldn't. Thank you. It's supposedly
yes,
the same person, right? He's supposed to be the same person, but he basically gets killed, and he's on life support, basically, and he's a prisoner now, a Skeletor.
Oh yes.
And only his evil and rage keeps him alive. And this is the type of thing, there's his knee, it's totally popped out. So these are the things that I would push for or go for. And you'll never get that type of they would never ever dare fund that. It wouldn't be funded. They wouldn't put money into it. That's my Ram Man. But I've since worked on it. We did the helmet. We did.
All right.
He's got a magnet in his head too, so that his helmet doesn't fall off.
Oh yes, it's always tricky with the old helmets staying on there.
Mm-hmm. But his armor is also metal, die cast.
Oh.
And I just try to
tell us how you got about acquiring all that die-cast armor.
There's just different sources. Source material comes from different places. I was able to find a lot of it on eBay. I learned later about Monkey Depot. If there's just different places that we all can shop that. Big Bad Toy Store.
The secondhand stores, the old hot shops. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That helmet is actually off of a Imaginext figure, and I combined the top of that helmet with the actual Roman soldier helmet, and put it inside of that top piece.
Oh yes, I see.
And then I got that ring. It's a Ram ring that I had to wait about 2 months for. But it brought the piece together. It did bring the piece together. Yep.
It's my poor old Origins boss man. He's still in China for some reason since around August there. So he's probably in Blossom by now.
And just you bring him up. I've been working on a Moss Man. I'm redoing my Moss Man.
All right. Oh, yes.
Swapping the body out.
Boy. He's a good one there.
He's the best. This one is going to be totally jacked. Ready to go, ready for action. So I can't wait. I found a head that is very, very good for him.
All right. Yes, I was contemplating about doing custom Masterverse Mossman soon. I've got a few spare sort of beastie body bucks there from the Masterverse Grizzlaw and Stinkall there. So I've been looking at those in my parts box, and yes, that's another good thing you can do too, is keep any parts that you might get out of the old household items there that might look interesting. And do you do any of that, sir? Like
I don't.
lids or...
I don't do. I mean, I don't deal. I only deal with my process. Dealing with 1/6. I don't do anything. I don't do any 112. I don't do any Motu other than the Motu that I create. I don't. Not, you know, they're just too, to me, they're too small, but I have no problem with people doing them.
No, just speaking from what I play about with the old Masterverse customs. But yes, Mossman was one on my mind to try at some point.
Right. I have to. It takes about 4 or 5 days for me to just grind the moss to actually use on a 12-inch body, because I'll do a whole bag of moss and then spray it on, glue it on. It usually doesn't come off, but we'll see this time.
I've used the old craft moss from time to time there.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly with diorama pieces like brick walls and whatever.
But I just, you know, it's fun. I like it. I like doing what I do.
Yes,
it's hard to explain.
Keeping busy is always good there, and letting your imagination come forth through your hands there and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Anyone have any questions in the chat? Is there anyone in the chat that has any questions?
Yes, we're just looking at the time there, and yes, it might be closing up there soon. But yes, if anyone in the chat has any last questions there for BR0-MAN. Well, we've only got one watching so far. So I think
that's all right. You guys better check me out in the replay. Damn it! Me and Eldor are giving you all this good stuff.
So yes, are you in closing? Are you going to be on any other shows coming up there? Or?
I'm always open. You know, I am open to be on yours again. You know, just
indeed, yes, I'll get you on again there when you've got some new finished pieces there. Just give me a bell.
I'll definitely do that. I have plenty of content. Let's just put it that way.
I love seeing your Instagram posts of your.
I have about 60 of them now, Eldor. So I have plenty of content. Let's just put it that way.
Indeed. And yes, so on the 16th of October, I'll have another fellow in Motu Lifelike Figures. He does similar to work to what you do there, BR0-MAN, sir. So
he's into a lot of She-Ra stuff, and
indeed,
I'm floored at how he's able to get. I just seen his Catra today, and I'm floored at how he's able to get a lot of pieces. Just an awesome artist. I love what we do. I love what we do.
So yes, it'd be interesting to talk to him and see how he goes about all that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's all I have on for the foreseeable future. So yes, I'll be live
Thank you
with him
so
on the
much.
16th here at about 3 p.m. It'll be 8 a.m. my time, so I won't be sleeping in.
Whoa. Well, thank you so much for having me. I
It's been a pleasure,
appreciate
sir.
you. And good travels.
And yes, feel free to follow BR0-MAN's link there in the description to his Instagram channel. And of course, if you like this video, feel free to put a like there and ding the wee bell, and you'll be notified whenever I'm back on the Great Isle of the Universe. And yes, and you'll be notified, of course, when BR0-MAN posts up a new custom he's been working on Instagram there. All right, and
Thank you
yes,
so much for that.
I'll meet you in the green room later. But I'll just tie things up there. And yes, we'll say goodbye all. And
Ahoy,
good
ahoy,
journey,
gang.
everybody.
All right.